Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Akasha Goes with Sabrina Dawn. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. All right, we're going to start off with the Angel Wisdom Tarot. So I'm not going to get into politics, but what I want to get into is that if you're feeling wonky today, if you're feeling all over the place, or if things feel unsettled, know that you're not alone. Okay, I was started feeling it yesterday. I believe my unsteadiness in the video actually was the starting of the energy for me, really feeling the collective get amped up for today. So I'm just talking about this in case you may have your own. I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm talking about our reaction within ourselves to it. So you may be feeling other people's anxiety or excitement or unsurety, fear of safety, whatever is going on highly in the collective, especially the one closest to you. So in your home, in your neighborhood, the surrounding areas, stuff like that. You may be feeling that more intensely, but please know you are not just your own energy or the people around you energy. There's a high collective energy right now of unrest. So know that if you're feeling off, that to maybe ground yourself and try to ground out some of this energy and help clear your field. You can use whatever tools you have. I actually have sage going right now. I used Florida water. I use essential oils, crystals, and I'm doing my best to stay off of social media, stuff like that. So just, if you feel like you may be part of this collective, like me, that's just really sensitive to what's going on in the energies around us, just know that you're not alone, and a lot of people are feeling that. And maybe even this video could help you identify what you're feeling, because even if you don't care about politics, you could be feeling everything around you. Okay, so we'll begin. I felt really pulled to just talk about that, so there must be a reason why. I just trust it. Okay. The High Priestess. She loves this channel. I don't know if we've pulled her with this card. Interesting. I don't think this isn't one of my favorite High Priestess cards. It is, the High Priestess in general is my favorite card. So it's kind of funny that she's picked a lot in my readings for the collective on YouTube. But out of all of the High Priestess cards, I would say this one is not a big favorite of mine, but she is, sure, she's strong. Look at the stars in the background. The shooting stars really pulling me in. I like that has the yin and yang for balance here. I really like that. That's probably my favorite part. And then the water too, right? Because this is full moon. The sign associated with the High Priestess is Pisces. Okay, and this says, meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. I really feel like trusting the wisdom that you receive is really important right now. Because there's some unfounded fear. This is the the Nine of Air. The Nine of Swords. Sorry, yes, the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords. You see how the candle holders are the swords? So one of the things that I'm hearing with the candles, and I actually think that this card is really profound. This is probably my favorite Nine of Swords card I've ever seen. I absolutely love it. And look at the full moon with the High Priestess. Okay, I know hers isn't full, but oh, actually, it is right behind her head. Yes, it is. Interesting. And then, so what I'm hearing with this, okay, is, how the swords are the candle holders, and then there's a flame on top. So what I'm hearing is it's really important for you to go inward because you're having some unfounded fears, okay? And what happens is when you follow down that train and you go down that thought process, it gets inflamed. Okay, and then it's coloring everything that you're doing, and it's very, very possible. I'm feeling like there's at least a few people in the collective that are not sleeping well. And look at the little crescent moons on here, which really correlates. So we have the full moon and the crescent moon here. So the high priestess within you. So the high priestess within you knows what's going on and trusts it. Okay. But I'm feeling like fears are clouding your inner thoughts, and then you're not trusting yourself. You're having a hard time. What I'm feeling like is that like there's a hard time hearing the high priestess, because you are allowing the thoughts to just completely consume you, and worry, anxiety, fear. For some people, this could be about the election. It could be about a relationship. Let me see what else they're saying. So another thing that they're saying very clearly, fear of being stuck and not being able to move forward from where you're at. That's that other card, right? That's that other card, 555 on the clock, guys. That's the number of change. So the other card that's plagued this channel, no, I won't say plagued. Oh my God, that's an awful word. That shows up a lot on the channel is the Eight of Swords, which is the illusion of being trapped. And that is like exactly what I'm saying. So someone's still a little bit in that energy, or has moved through it, but hasn't completely moved through the whole cycle. And so this is the Nine of Swords. And so the next would be the Ten of Swords. So you could be, I'm feeling like the collective are bouncing between the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, which is, it becomes a really big burden. Okay. And being fear to move through. So I'm seeing like what the angels are showing me right now is a cycle. The illusion of being trapped. This is what the fear is and what's clouding this beautiful high priestess energy within you. I'm feeling the Eight of Swords come in. You feel like things aren't going to change. The illusion of being trapped, it's keeping, fears are worrying, and then thinking about them at night and stuff like that. It's getting inflamed. It's surrounding you. Okay. It's keeping you up, and then it becomes like a big burden. Okay. Then I feel like you work through it in some way, or maybe you just keep going, and then it cycles back to that. So know that this is a pattern, and you can call Archangel, which one? So Metatron, I'm sorry, I asked Metatron, which one you would like to work with to get some wisdom around this, so that you can step out of that loop so much, so that you can start hearing this high priestess card more and more. And so this is the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. See. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. So that loop, okay, that loop that's going, it's something is triggering you from the past. So think back into your childhood. What did you, what is it that's triggering the sense of this loop? What makes you feel trapped? Where did you feel trapped when you were a kid? Okay, it could be that, maybe, for some people, parents don't allow their kids to have a voice, or a strong enough voice, or maybe they weren't there for them, or maybe you spent time in your room because your home wasn't very comfortable for you. So stuff like that. So, where was that feeling? Because I'm feeling that pattern is coming through into now, and like it came with you, and this is a pattern that's perpetuating itself over and over again, even though back then it may have been good for you to like be in your room, because if things weren't healthy outside your room, then so it was good for you at that time. But now it's time to let go of that pattern, because now it's actually turned into a cycle that's not beneficial for you. And it was the high priest. It's covering up this high priestess energy. So clearing the past and healing, and just healing who you are now, will help you clear that past. Clear the past, and you're healing the present. You're also clearing that family lineage. Okay. So working with Archangel Metatron, he would love to work with you with that. Okay. Also, it was the high priestess that within you that helped you know how to keep safe, or to start whatever it is that made you feel trapped. Whatever you did to adapt, that was the high priestess inside of you, helping you adapt. Okay, but now it's turned into a pattern, and now it's coloring and putting your high priestess on the back page, and she wants to come forward again. Okay, so now this is the Seven Energies Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. We'll see what they want to say. They want me to pick 2. This card is so beautiful. This deck is really beautiful. This is one of her better decks for sure. So the call of the muse, the throat chakra. So throat chakra, call of the muse, the power, and then the third chakra, power of purpose. So you can use your inner muse to work out some of, oh, she's a ballerina, guys. I feel like there's like this like thread coming in from the past, you know, from a few weeks ago. And her feet have wings. How beautiful is that? And look at how the high priestess has wings too. So I'm feeling like, so the high priestess wants to come in, and she's saying that one of the ways that you can work through this energy and to start listening to her again is to just do something creative. You know, just step in and call in your inner muse. And you're actually, when you're doing that, you're saying yes to your high priestess. At first, you may be having a lot of fear or insecurity about what you're doing. That's okay. Just start. If you do colored pencils and the adult coloring books, like stuff like that. Do whatever that helps you get through that door. But that first step is really important. And then eventually you're going to get more in touch. So if you want to start doing things more creatively, and feel like that's going to help you break through the barrier of the cycle. And also when you get lost in your art, whatever it may be, writing, singing, dancing, okay? Finding that balance, it will help you find that balance within yourself, and you're going to feel that you take flight into your high priestess. And, higher priestess after that, okay? Her shawl looks like wings as well, and they're translucent. So you'll discover that you have wings the more that in that high priestess energy, the more that you allow yourself to push through the fears of anything that's blocking you from being creative. And so this is all going to help you recognize that your purpose lies in knowing your high priestess within you. And then there you're going to be able to live your purpose much more authentically, much more with surety. I don't even know if that's a word, but with being more sure. Okay. You're going to be more grounded. Okay. So just watch those emotions and this coming, and it's a cycle. So be gentle with yourself. So you may not be able to, just like eradicate it from your life in one sitting. Know that this is something to be worked on, because this is a cycle that's perpetual, like that's been seeded, from a younger age, and it's come through into however old you are now. So be gentle with yourself, and do your best to not get into this energy, or to allow the cycle to fully go there and then loop back around into the Eight of Swords. Okay. Find something to be creative with. Have fun. That's where the key to your high priestess, into, to finding what your true purpose is within yourself. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all so much, and I will see you tomorrow. And when I said that it was 1333, so 333 is the call of the Ascended Masters, and so know that the Ascended Masters are there to support you. So there's, Buddha, Jesus, Mary, Lakshmi. She's a goddess as well. But, a lot of these, Saint Nicholas, right? Like a lot of these are saint, like they're saints, but they're also can be considered Ascended Masters, so that they can work with you. In other words, they had a human life. So yeah, Lakshmi's more of anyways, but they had a human life and they've ascended over. So they're and on the other side, they're masters that can help us. Okay. So anyone that works for you, I personally absolutely love to work with Jesus. I also love to work with Mother Mary. I also would love to work with Paramahansa Yogananda. So it really depends on each one of us, which Ascended Master we really resonate with and love to work with. Okay. All right. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay. All my love.